Welcome on into episode 5 of the BARQcast, a podcast produced by BARQ, a furry social app made for furries by furries, and the same thing goes for our podcast. And with that being said, a word from our sponsor. This episode of the BARQcast is brought to you in part by Yip Yap, the highest quality furry apparel, and you seriously won't get anything like it. The season collection is out now, so pick up a cozy winter hoodie or possibly spring forward and get yourself a nice, beautiful t-shirt. And all you gamers out there, don't worry. There's some super high quality desk mats for all 4 seasons, and there's more on the website. Go check it out at yipyap.co. And with us today, we have 2 amazing guests, our rotating host and bald friend, the grassy knoll you see in the bottom left corner, who, by the way, isn't a furry. That's right, not a furry, on a furry podcast. And our main guest with his soothing voice and his way with words, we have LittleAlphaPup, also known as Milo. Guys, glad to have you here.
I just received word that I was muted. I just want to say my name is Banjo. Welcome to the BARQcast. This is episode 5 with LittleAlphaPup. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really shy.
I told this guy to unmute. No,
I'm just really shy. I'm really shy.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah. Hey, Banjo. It's
welcome
okay.
on in, everybody. So,
welcome on in.
Why don't we meet everyone?
Yeah. So, our esteemed guest here today, Milo. Who are you? How'd you join the fandom? Let's get the whole spiel.
Hi, I'm Milo. or otherwise known as LittleAlphaPup. I am a furry of 2 years. I just joined like 2 years ago. I just said that, didn't I? And yeah, what was the question?
How did you become a furry?
How did I become a furry?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a long story. But
Ooh.
as a kid, I liked imagining myself as like a wolf and stuff. You know, I was one of those edgy kids that was like wolf.
Yeah.
Did you like Howl at the Moon and stuff?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we don't have to go there. I understand.
No, I wasn't. I mean, yeah. Anyway, basically, I had this whole world in my head, and it's a very long story. But I joined the fandom through an artist called Street Fair. She draws a lot of beautiful artworks, and essentially what happened was I enjoyed her artwork, so I followed her, and then we started chatting on Instagram. And then she was like, you should join our server. And of course, the server was full of furries, because obviously with anthropomorphic animals anywhere, there's going to be furries. And so I joined that server, and then I started meeting different furries, and I was like, this is actually really cool.
Yeah.
So I started talking with furries more and more, and I started like joining furry circles. I had some bad experiences right off the bat, but I also had a lot of really good experiences right off the bat. But I didn't consider myself a furry until I joined VR chat. And then when I joined VR chat and I put on the original Pupper avatar that I started making content with, I was like, this is exactly what I want to do with my life. So I started making content, and now I'm here.
Welcome.
Awesome. Yeah, well, glad
You're
to
a
have
dog
you
on the
here.
internet.
Yes.
And who are you, the grassy knoll?
Our first human on the podcast.
How did you join the
guys.
fandom?
I'm a furry nepo baby. I just know a guy who happened to be a furry.
So
Yeah.
no, you're not a furry, right?
No, not at all.
You ever consider it?
No.
Okay.
So this is
Oh,
our
wow.
first
Not that there's
episode.
anything wrong with it.
This is our first
Doing
episode
on a
where
furry
we're gonna
podcast.
have a non-furry on the show. So that should be interesting. That could go a lot of places, you know.
we kind of just grabbed him off the street and said, "You look cool. Tell you, come on the podcast."
Hey,
we're like, you.
Would you like to be in a podcast?
That's pretty
Yeah,
much
it's
how it
pretty
went.
much what happened.
He didn't even know it was a furry podcast until we went live just like 2 seconds ago. He was like, "What
Yeah, I
the
was told
hell?
this was a dating show.
Dude,
Where are the girls at, bro?"
Dude, I think you got the wrong podcast, man. Okay, well, one thing I'm curious about, because we have a person non-fur on the podcast, Noel, I want to ask you, how has your experience been interacting with the furry fandom so far?
Oh, it's been great.
Yeah?
I'm serious.
Nothing bad?
No, nothing. I've never been to like a convention. I only know people who are furries. I don't like I'm not like in any big furry circles. I'm just like friends with people who are furries.
God, this guy's he's just a chill guy. He's
That's
literally
it's true. That's my
Oh my
job. I'm
gosh.
chill ass viber. And so I've known Banjo for like, geez, I don't know, 7, 8 years at this point.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
So
a long
how I
time to
got
know me.
introduced to furries.
People are saying the
Um,
grassy chill.
They are saying that many such cases.
Wait,
Okay.
wait. I have a
Cue the
question.
kill guy
Out
meme.
of all of us, if you obviously you're not a furry, right? Let's make that clear. You're not even a little bit of a furry. But if you had to pick who's the cutest of all of our personas right now on screen,
Oh.
who's the cutest? Who takes the cake?
Can I not answer? Why you don't do this?
Oh my god. Dude, you have to pick a favorite. You have to pick a
Okay,
favorite.
I'll pick the guest.
No! I'm not cute!
Sorry, my
I'm
bad.
never beating the cute
Oh,
allegations.
Milo has the curse for the rest of the stream now of being the cutest, I guess. So
Guys, wait, I just want to talk to chat real quick. Is chat
Okay.
No. Is Milo cute?
yeah, let's see what they say. I already see a lot of people saying Milo's cute.
being
Yes,
bullied.
yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
everyone's saying yes.
One, yeah.
Even the grassy knows. I thought you were
Grassy
refusing to
Knowles in
answer.
chat.
Dude, I got like 3 instances.
Dude,
of the
Milo
fucking
Milo
stream
just
already.
disappeared. Did anyone else just notice that he
back.
was God for a second?
um,
Okay,
Yeah,
Milo's
I walked away.
Milo's paying off. No, I'm convinced.
yeah. What's going on here?
Dude, I wish I'm so poor.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
yes,
broke.
yeah,
Poor
you-
sounds
this-
worse.
This
Everybody's
you're
podcast.
just
like,
like, I've never seen a poor furry. That's because you don't see the thousands upon thousands of dollars of debt we all have.
True. True.
That's true. People always are like, "Oh wow, furries are all suspiciously wealthy." No,
That's
a
the
lot
ones
of
you
people
hear
just have a
about.
lot of debt, and a lot of people are just very financially irresponsible. But that's okay.
Okay,
because
well, I
perception trumps all.
Very, very strongly. I am so irresponsible with money. It's not even funny.
Who isn't? Who isn't nowadays? I go to
I
the store,
mean-
I see candy. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. You can't stop me.
I only make
Yeah.
like 6-figure impulse purchases like 3 times a year. So like I feel like I'm doing okay compared to like
That's
everybody else, you know.
Okay, good for you, Banjo.
I'm scared to make a $2 purchase impulsively. What are you buying?
You know, just knickknacks, just trinkets and stuff.
Chew toys, treats,
Yeah.
luxury
Yeah.
dog beds, the
Like
the whole shebang.
I have like a Costco-sized warehouse just full of like doggy treats and dog
Wow.
toys and doggy beds and
Can I come over?
Yeah, no, you can definitely come over. I will warn you, we have dogs, so I don't know if that's the problem. for
What?
you.
Dogs?
Yeah, no, we have so many dogs. We have like okay.
Kindred spirit.
If you walked into the room, you'd be like, "Wow, that is a lot of dogs." That's how many dogs we have here at the Banjo farm. That's what we call it, by the way, the Banjo farm.
The Banjo farm.
It's not even
Wow.
a farm. We just think it sounds cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyways, do we want to jump into our first topic we have here?
I guess if we don't have a
first-
choice, it sounds like we don't even have a choice. So I guess.
Sorry, I
it's
like
fine.
to keep the ball rolling here. I wanted to talk to you, Milo, about you and your music career, because I see a lot on social media. You're always posting about you singing, playing instruments, and all that. So I really want to ask, like, when did you start playing music?
Oh goodness. So basically, I came out of the womb making music.
Like, you just came out with like a fucking like saxophone, just ready to go.
Basically, so when I was born, I was making sounds, and the doctors thought I was having respiratory issues, and they did tons and tons of tests. And then after a while, they found out that I was just making music. I was humming Kenny G, literally as a newborn.
What the?
So you've always had that
musical-
music inside.
A musical
Basically,
prodigy,
it's
I
really
guess.
weird because out of my 6 siblings and 2 parents, I'm the only musician in the family. I'm the only musically inclined person in my
You
family.
got 6 siblings?
I do.
Holy!
Holy
Oh my
mackerel.
god!
Well, your
Where-
parents
where-
rabbits or something?
Where are you on the sibling? Are you the oldest, youngest, in the middle?
I am kind of in the middle. I was in the middle for a long time, and then we adopted 2, and that bumped me up 1 from the middle. So I'm not
Rank up.
exactly the middle anymore, but yep. I'm the third oldest.
Damn. Well, I'm a middle child, so
Middle child syndrome is real.
yeah. I guess I'm so neglected, and my parents don't love me.
I've
It's
noticed that there's a lot of middle children who became furries when they grew up.
Yeah. It's probably just they're probably two separate things. They're probably not related. At all.
Okay.
not
Can I say
really at
something?
all.
I'm an only child, so whenever people talk about siblings, it's always like a culture shock to me because I'm really selfish. So like, do you feel like being raised with siblings
Classic
makes you less selfish?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Although, yes
'Cause,
and
like,
no, because I feel like it can make you more and less at the same time.
It's like a double-edged sword. It just depends. Cause like I have a hard time like sharing things. Like it doesn't feel right. Like I'm not used to that. You know what I mean?
You know how dogs like have resource guarding, where like
Yeah.
they'll get aggressive if you try to take away their food? That's siblings do that to you.
I see.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, for me, I always had to share my like DS and Xbox with my siblings. Like,
Oh, that was the
oop.
worst.
yeah, it was horrible because I'd be like in the middle of some really intense part of the game. And my brother's like, "Quick save data! It's my turn to play. Give me the DS." And I'm like, "No, no!" We got into so many fights over it.
Guess what? It was
Okay.
always my turn on the DS. It was always my turn on the Wii. I was
no.
playing The Sims 3. I was as happy as
Okay.
can be. Okay, it was great. It was a great time.
Alright.
Has anyone ever told you look like the guy on the Sims 3 box?
Oh my
The
god,
Sims-
dude.
I know
I've
nothing
heard
about
that
The Sims.
before.
I know nothing about
You
The
mean
Sims.
IRL?
Yeah.
Which guy are you talking about?
One of them. You just
One of
look
them.
like a guy. You just
He
look like,
does
oh, I
kinda
think I
look
know
like
that
a
guy. You know.
Yeah.
You,
So-
you just have that kind of face.
He
Milo.
does. No, actually, he does.
I am constantly being told that I look like a plethora of random celebrities, and I'm like, I don't see it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. It's like, oh, you look like this guy, and you're like, no, I don't. What? I look like myself, duh.
Milo, do you have?
God.
Can we play some clips of
Sure.
Heaven's
Oh
Light?
yeah, doing a showcase. The
Oh goodness.
So
so any new Milo fans here in chat can see what he's about.
wait, I don't think they can hear it. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, make sure stream can hear it. And to all the audio listeners, we're about to listen to a video clip of Milo singing on stage. So hopefully you guys can hear it.
So this is Milo singing on stage. This is Heaven's Light from the world's first furry opera. So all the furries are playing the instruments too?
Not for this song, but for other songs, yeah.
Damn,
That's awesome.
that's crazy.
What was
Yes,
that like? How did you
actually-
like set that up?
It's a long story, but essentially my ex was directing this, and so he's a professional opera singer, which is really cool.
That is really cool.
He basically did a like miniature opera at Nordic FuzzCon the year prior, and then they invited back to do like another one at another higher level. And so I was brought on to sing more musical songs instead of opera to kind of give the audience something more familiar to experience, just to help make it feel more accessible to people who aren't necessarily opera fans.
A little gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emphasis on
yeah.
little, because you're at LittleAlphaPup. Boom. I'm here all night, folks. All night long.
Okay. I'm actually curious. When you're up on stage, does wearing a fursuit give you more stage fright or less? It's that people like can't see your face.
You know, it's hard to say, because it's two completely different worlds. I
Yeah.
would say that wearing a fursuit definitely helps, and not just because of the fursuit and the barrier that creates between you as a person and your art that you're creating, but also because I've noticed in the furry fandom, things are a lot less cutthroat than professional musical theater.
Oh, I bet.
Everybody is rooting for everybody most of the time, anyway. And so like, but in musical theater, I literally had people sabotage me to try to get me to be fired from a part so that they could take my part.
What?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Wait. What did they do to you? Did they like set you up? Did they frame you?
So basically, man, there was a few instances. One was they got the person running sound to cut the audio to my in-ear monitors.
What?
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Dude, this is like the plot of like a movie. This is not something that would happen in real life. That's crazy.
Absurd. Like musical theater is so cutthroat, and it seems like the more professional you get, the more it moves away from this. I was only like a C list, so like I wasn't anything crazy. I did a little bit of B list, but I was never like a principal actor or anything for that. But it seems like the more professional you get, the less like overtly cutthroat things get, and it becomes more of a like a they start messing with your mind more than actually physically messing with you.
Oh my god. What?
I also
Wait.
have had people I'm allergic to latex, and so I've had people swap out my latex free mic tape for latex tape.
Dude, this is evil.
Yeah, that's.
I
fucked up.
know.
That's actually
What the
crazy,
hell?
dude. Damn, remind me not to
Wait.
get
Like
into
a
musical
crazy
theater.
battle.
Holy shit.
Yeah, everybody in chat, take notes here. It's a cutthroat business out there.
They're just like
prepare.
pulling like Ed and Eddie level pranks on you.
Yeah, no. Why is this like Disney Channel movie villain like
Literally.
things?
It's like,
Like,
Veronica's not gonna make
real.
it to the champions because we're gonna do something about her.
That's exactly what it is.
A little too accurate. Oh my word.
That's insane.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then
But with
yeah,
furries,
you go.
with furries, everybody I've experienced has been rooting for me, and it's
That's
just like,
good.
it's such a night and day difference. Everybody's trying to help everybody else be better, and it's so exciting. Sorry, I just smacked my microphone. It's so much better than it was in professional stuff.
I would hope so. If somehow furries were more cutthroat than the actual scene, I would be worried.
They can be, but it's more of a covert thing instead of overtly. I noticed that a lot of like the furries that get canceled a lot of times. I mean, obviously there are people who deserve to get canceled and don't deserve an audience, but there are a lot
Yeah.
of people who try to attempt to cancel somebody just out of jealousy. And it's more of a covert thing instead
Wow.
of
Yeah.
overtly like switching out the mic tape, you know?
Has
Yeah,
something
I mean-
like that happened to you?
I've been told that people have tried, but I don't know. I try not to let it affect me because I
Yeah,
know that
good.
I'm not doing anything. wrong.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
There's such like whenever I see like cancellation posts, I feel like there's such a saturation of it that I've thought about this before. That I'm sure at least some of it is not coming from like a good place. You know, it's coming from like a place of like trying to hurt somebody and trying to like spin stuff
Yeah.
rather than like genuinely like warning people about something that's harmful. You know what I mean? There's just like so much
Right.
of it.
It's interesting because like I've had this I've been developing this philosophy lately that like clout is not a good thing to have unless you really like understand how dangerous it can be. Like people the way people get jealous about clout is really kind of absurd sometimes. I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but I'm dealing with a situation right now where
Oh
somebody
boy,
got really close to me for clout, and then like
dude.
now it's a whole big scenario, and I just like clout is so dangerous, and if you're not
It's
actively trying not to let it corrupt you, then it's going to. If you have to actively like my performance at Megaplex is called Milo's Notebook, and the reason that I got the idea for Milo's Notebook is basically I started journaling my thoughts and feelings and thinking about who I wanted to be and how things were affecting me, so that I could keep like a conscious thought in my mind about how clout was affecting me. So I don't want to become one of those people that like, oh, you can't touch me because I have such and such followers. Like, I don't want to be
Dude.
that person.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, good.
I agree.
yeah.
It's like for
Yeah.
me, I think like as somebody who's been doing this for a little bit now, I definitely I relate to a lot of what you're saying. For me, I think the best thing that my advice to people would be, at least from what I've been able to like think about with myself, is just to remind yourself like why you're doing what you're doing and just keep yourself grounded.
Yes.
Because you know people, no matter how you approach it, you're always gonna run into problems with your own ego, and it's good to tackle that and accept it rather than try to be like, it's not gonna happen, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and you have to develop methods to keep yourself grounded and to keep yourself approachable and the person you want to be, really.
Absolutely.
True. So I just love how Noel's just like staring at the camera. he's been frozen for like 2 minutes.
I just let the man talk.
No. What's your opinion on clout chasing and being popular and how to deal with it? Because everyone loves you. I mean, you're like a fan favorite. Like, how do you deal with that?
Okay, I know you're being kind of an asshole right now, but I mean,
What? Everyone loves you. Chat, come on, give him some love.
Oh, that's true. No, the people do love me.
The people
I
love
don't got
you.
any clout. You could call me a clout goblin. I just like hanging out.
You're a clout
like
goblin.
He's
You're
so
a goddamn
chill.
clout goblin.
That's the important thing. Like, you enjoy hanging out with people. That's not clout chasing.
Yeah. Like, obviously, okay, so like obviously I'm Banjo, but like in terms of like my like personal like there's a separation, because I purposely don't do things that like put more attention towards like my personal stuff, because it just seems like more trouble than it's worth. I just find it insane that people desire notoriety and clout to the extent that they do. I have a hard time. Maybe I'm just like my brain's just different. I just have a hard time like seeing it like most people do.
A lot of people
it just
think
seems,
that
like,
clout
stressful.
is going to complete them.
Yeah.
And it's not going to. They see clout through rose-colored glasses, and like as they get more and more of it, they start to realize, like, oh, this is not at all what I thought it was.
Absolutely. You know what it is? I'm for me at least, I'm in my early 20s, and I feel like a lot of people who are in their early 20s really struggle with finding a sense of self, and they're still exploring and discovering themselves. So maybe they see clout as like an easy, like, oh, you know, that'll be it. That's what'll make me whole type of thing.
That's my thing.
Yeah. So I think that's why I think there's such a saturation with people in that age group in the fandom right now, especially online, that's why it's such a prominent thing. Like, obviously that happens all across like society and everywhere, but just furries, I feel like it's super like pungent.
Yeah.
What do you
Amen.
think, Noel? Yeah, what this guy said.
I think I need more experience with the community to have any say on anything.
Well, what do you think
We've
about
talked
like?
about it before.
Let's
like,
draw some parallels, right? So, what do you think about like celebrities and like influencer culture?
I don't really follow all that.
You're just
I like.
kinda
I
a
mean,
guy. You're just like here.
He's literally just the guy. It's
I
just-
am literally just a guy. Like the things I like are like, I don't want to like come off as like, oh, he's so indie. Oh, he's so indie. He likes the coolest things. He only likes the coolest things. But like the thing I'm most into is like Super Smash Brothers Melee for the game.
Oh hell
Okay.
yeah!
That's awesome.
And-
You do
Alright.
like tournaments and stuff?
Yeah, tournaments. Watching tournaments, going to tournaments, going to my.
Oh, you
local-
do. Wait, have you actually done some?
Yeah, I got second at a couple of them, but that's just like.
What do you
that
mean?
doesn't matter. I'm not
What
good.
do you mean?
I mean Cheek and Mar.
Hmm.
I guess we should go around. Who's everyone main in any Smash? Bros?
Oh god, you're gonna hate mine.
I main Mr. Game & Watch.
So I have a like rotation of mains. My main is Falco, and then my other mains are Steve, Incineroar.
Okay, whoa, hold on. Let me stop you right there. You need to chill. It's not like a 4-course meal, dude. Just say what your main is. We don't have to go through every character you've ever played or tried, dude.
I'm going through the
crazy.
whole roster, man.
You're
'cause
like,
I actually switched through
I played
5.
Ness one time. Martha's okay. I don't really like him, but I still think he's one of my mains. Like, come on, let's be brief here. It's not the
Okay.
Smash Bros. Podcast, Harry.
All right, fine. I'm main Falco.
Boom. That's all we need to hear.
Boom.
I've only ever played Wii, the Wii version of Smash Bros, and I always main Wario. That's
With the
Waluigi.
motorcycle.
Like, you just-
I love the motorcycle.
Wah, Wow.
Wow. You know.
But yeah, that's the kind of things I'm into. So I don't really get.
Do you think
like,
that?
not a lot of people are like super ooper duper popular in those scenes? So like, there's not a lot of like clout to be gained. Like everyone kind of like knows each other or knows of each other a little bit. It's not like
What about like Hungry
not like a
Box?
tippy top. I mean, yeah, there's Hungry Box, but like, you
See,
can
I
tweet
know,
out Hungry Box,
I
we'll
know
reply
Smash
to
Bros.
you.
Terminology. Literally all of freshman year, my roommates loved to play Smash Bros. So every single day we would just play it, and our friends would come over, and I got burnt out of it, and I haven't touched the game since. But it's fun. Anyways, let's get back on gear here. I wanna because wow,
Welcome to the ADHD podcast.
No, it's like actually, it's like every episode. I don't know anyone in chat who's seen all 5 episodes.
Do you guys like
but
turtles? I really like turtles. I'm a big
Like,
fan of turtles.
I-
My
I-
favorite
I
one is
like
the box turtle.
turtles.
I used to have a
Most of us
box
have
turtle when I was
ADHD
really
in
young,
most
and then I stopped having a
episodes.
box turtle
I
because
like
my turtles actually ran
dragons.
away. They actually did run away. I had 2 turtles and they both ran away. It was really sad.
Aw.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully everyone who watches our podcast also has ADHD, so like we're all on the same page here. And if you don't, catch up. Okay.
I'm taking it out of it.
No, can you do a backflip like Aisha Speed did that one time?
Oh,
Right into the
no,
sun.
I'll like snap
Yeah,
my
jump over a
neck.
Lamborghini for us.
Yes. Okay. Let
Hold on,
me.
I gotta show something.
What are you gonna show?
For our podcast listeners, our audio listeners, I'm about to show a video.
Okay. He's not gonna show the video, is he?
I can't find the video.
Why are we?
Did you know that's his girlfriend in front of him?
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
dude, he lost so
all
much
right,
blood.
all right. Jesus.
That looks
Yeah.
so painful.
Can you do that?
I don't know. I don't think I could even like flip that much. That
We're.
would look really weird.
This
doing
is
that.
actually just so ADHD. Oh my god.
Could you do it?
Banjo
Audio
caused
listeners,
chaos.
Banjo just flipped over. He did a 360 flip.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. Ready? Ready? Watch this. Ready?
Oh.
Hold on.
Audio listeners,
Ready?
he's doing another one.
Alright.
Oh, what?
Holy fuck!
Wait. Oh my god, it spins as well.
Wait. I got this. Ready?
Oh.
Ready.
No what?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Audio listeners, he actually did a.
he actually just did a backflip.
Crazy.
Full body tracking. I'm not gonna attempt it.
It gets awkward when you realize I only have half body.
No, don't tell him that. No, no, you see the bottom half.
I mean,
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
I totally did a backflip in my studio.
Wait,
Which is
I'll-
like 6 square
What?
feet.
Can we see that again? I want to see that one more time. Can we see that one more time?
Say
One
what?
more time. One more
Oh,
time.
one
more
time. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Are we ready to get back on track?
No. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All the rabbit furries are like, this is my jurisdiction because they're going on rabbit trails.
So Noel,
Left
do
and
you-
right.
can I ask you a
this is literally
question?
our
I
episode.
have a question for Noel. Noel,
Okay, what's the question?
do you think that a majority of furries use litter boxes in the bathroom?
No.
Okay, because a lot of people I meet who aren't furries seem to think that we use litter boxes in the bathroom for some reason. Does anyone know why? Where
That's
did that
weird.
start? Is that like a news thing?
Because
Is
we're
it news?
animals, dude. We're animals.
It's very political, and I don't want to go into that.
Is it political? Uh
It's very political.
oh.
Uh-oh. Let's talk politics. No, I'm kidding.
Cliff
No,
Notes-
I'm kidding.
Cliff Notes version,
Okay.
basically, they put like kitty litter in classrooms for like school shooting scenarios. And then when people found out about that, like a bunch of conservative people tried to start weaving this lie that it was for people identifying as animals and stuff. And then of course, anytime that subject gets brought up, furries get implicated for whatever reason.
Whoa.
Oh.
I didn't actually know the full story to that. I just.
I didn't know that either.
I only know that because I made a video where I like I went through and asked a bunch of furries at MFF Do you think there should be litter boxes in schools?
Yeah.
That
And then
video
just
did like 5.5 million views. It broke through to
Yeah.
Normie Talk.
Damn.
It was
You
like,
know,
what
you
the
know
heck?
what's good about that is because there's a bunch of misinformation that gets millions of views. So if your audience is normies like that, like that video like that is very much
Oh,
for like
yeah.
a normie audience. I think that's
If you
very
read through the
positive.
comments,
I
it's
think
like,
it's a very
oh,
good thing.
maybe furries aren't that bad.
Exactly.
Like, there's so many comments like that. And I was like, yes.
Like,
Yeah.
like we're not like doing like weird shit every other day. We're just like people who like to be animals online. Like we just have little art online. Like it's not that big of a deal for a lot of people.
Yeah. Speaking of outside reactions to us, Noel, did you have any implications on furries before you met Banjo and before you were ever somewhat talking to people in the fandom? Were you a furry hater?
No, I didn't really know what they were until I met Banjo.
God, he's just so chill.
Can we please get a picture of the chill guy meme to just like replace the video feed? Just the chill guy meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Continue.
So I was only like 14. Like I just turned 14 when I met Banjo.
Wow.
So I keep having to like in my head flip his real name for his Sona name.
That's your persona now.
Oh, thanks for putting full screen for us. Now we're just stuck looking at this.
Yeah.
That's your persona now.
That's
Sorry.
yeah.
that
That's
was
like
my
actual-
first introduction.
Wow.
To furries, pretty much.
Interesting, because like before I was a furry, I was hating on him, and like I'm a furry now.
Why is it the 10-hour version?
Yeah, I'm not a hater. On,
Well, I don't know. I just feel like when everyone's in the preteens or whatever, it's just like a social norm to hate on furries, and if you don't, then you're an outcast.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, I was already an outcast, so I guess that makes sense. But I never really went through a furry hater phase.
Really? Interesting.
I
Just
did.
like
Yeah.
oh,
When I was in college, I went to like a super conservative Christian college.
Oh.
because my parents wanted me to. But when I was in college, we went to like a trip to downtown, and there were furries, and I like waved at them, and one of the chaperones they slapped my hand away. They were like, "Don't wave to those people," and I was like,
oh my god.
"What? They're people. They just have costumes. That's literally what we do. I went to a theater school."
Wow, that's crazy. But
That
wow,
is crazy.
don't
This
look at them.
says a
Turn the
lot.
other way.
This says a lot about our society.
It does.
Society, man.
We live in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because I just remember like when I was younger, I was just like whenever I was hanging out with my friends and I ever mentioned anything furry, they were always just like, ew, they suck. What? They're so weird. They're animals. And I would just be there and be like, yeah, no, you know what? They do suck. I agree with you guys. and then down the line, I was like starting to like figure out like Legoshi and everything like that. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're not that bad.
Yeah. Honestly, the best
Right.
thing I think that you could do for yourself, and it's something that honestly took me too long to learn, is just unapologetically be yourself, and then people who aren't about it will leave, and then people who are all about it will stay, and then you'll be surrounded by your people who support and appreciate you. Do that.
That's
that,
kind of how it
guys.
went for me.
My best normie friend found out through my TikTok. Like he
Oh.
was just scrolling through TikTok and he was like, "Wait a second, that voice is familiar." And he just texts me and he goes, "What?"
Wait, no way it was through your voice.
Was he?
just like,
Was he?
It
Was
was
he?
my voice. I can't believe
that's
it.
crazy.
Well,
Was
and
he-
then my sister found out because she saw my apartment and she was like, "Is Milo a furry?" Like my other sister texts me a screenshot of her
Oh
going,
my-
"Is Milo a furry?" Ah!
Like their
So I
world
had
is
to
being
explain, like,
shattered. They're like
it's
finding
not-
out
it's
some
not-
new groundbreaking stuff.
It's not some weird sexual thing. It's a hobby.
Yeah, how did you go about explaining to them? And are they chill with it now?
Basically, I went the route of explaining that it's like cosplay, but
Mhm.
cosplaying your own characters.
Okay.
I mean, that's
the cosplay
basically yeah.
route.
That's
It's
Yeah.
the
the best
explanation
way
I
I've
use
found
too.
to describe it to people who are like uninitiated into the furry fandom. It's the closest thing that they can understand.
Yeah, that see, I still haven't actually directly told my family because again, it's not. I feel
I
like
haven't
something
either. Only
Yeah.
those two sisters and one of my brothers know.
because see, I feel like my brother and my sister both know, but they haven't like came up to me and asked me because I'm pretty sure they've seen my TikToks. But
Oh,
I'm not
no.
100% sure.
Yeah.
I would get disowned within
only-
the hour if
the
I
only-
found out that I was. that
The
I
only
was
person,
furry.
the only person who like overtly knows is my cousin, who's also a furry artist. So that was easy.
Oh, nice.
But like I've like shown like my fursuit to my parents and stuff, and I just tell them it's like a Paw Patrol Halloween costume, and it just makes them like they're like, oh
Yeah,
okay,
that-
yeah, no, that
That's
makes
a
sense.
crazy thing to say. That's a crazy thing to say.
Oh,
That's just
yeah.
my.
By the way, I don't know how somehow that's
Case is
better.
on the case.
It's like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed that my parents might know I'm a furry. Oh, it's just my Paw Patrol Halloween costume, Dad and Mom.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna explain it to them. I still have to figure that out because I don't really want like. The only time I feel like it's gonna be necessary is if I get like a fursuit hat or whatever, and they're like, where the hell did like 5K go from your bank account?
Yeah,
And be
you
like,
know what my philosophy
I don't know.
is, and I understand that this philosophy doesn't work for everybody, but for me, when it comes to like coming out, quote unquote coming out about things, like for example, I'm gay, right? And I never came out as gay. I just showed up one day to Thanksgiving dinner with a boyfriend. Like I don't really see the point in just coming like why does it have to be this whole deal? I just like either you like I said, just be yourself, and if they're chill about it, then cool. And if not, then like okay, figure something out. Put yourself in a better position, because you should just be able to be yourself. It shouldn't be this whole performance. It shouldn't be this whole like event. It's like, oh, I'm officially coming out. It's just like, no, this is just who I am. Like that's how I see it. I understand that's like unorthodox, and obviously it doesn't work for everybody, and everyone should do what's safe for them in their situation, but that's just how I do it.
When
See-
you come out as a furry, is it coming out of the doghouse instead of coming out of the closet?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually very reductive, Milo, because that not everyone's a dog, right? So like there's far more
yeah,
representation.
what about me?
And I feel like we're just
I'm a
like
goat.
we're being too narrow with that.
I've seen goats in doghouses before.
What? Okay,
My family used to raise goats, and we had a doghouse in their enclosure so that they could have
You
somewhere
ra-
to hide.
dude.
My family raised
That's-
goats too. Dude, my
Both
mom
these-
used to bottle feed goats like all the time in our little thing.
Same.
And then sometimes if they'd be born, like sometimes during the winter they'd be born kind of weak, and they couldn't like rely on the mother to help them survive, so that we would just have them in the house in a little doggy crate and bottle feed them.
Yes.
What?
Did,
Oh, I
did
thought
your
that was
mom
gonna
ever put
take
the
a completely
diapers on them?
different
Yes, she
Yes.
did.
Okay. I'm glad it's not an original experience.
Yeah, no.
hey,
we're,
hey,
we're
I was
Noel,
so
did you also
confused.
raise
I just-
goats?
I came home from work one day, and my mom just has this baby goat in the house wearing a diaper.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I gotta say, no matter how much you clean them, farm animals just never smell good. They never smell
No,
good.
they don't.
They just have,
Guys,
they just
I'm
have
right
an odor
here.
about them. Sorry, Harry.
Aw.
What the hell? I smell
know,
really good, actually.
I roomed with Harry at A&E. That's a
Okay.
stinky guy. That is a very
Dude,
stinky man.
Okay.
That's messed up, man.
I
Can't
I just
spreading
smell
rumors
dog.
like that.
I smell good. I smell good. I
You smell like a goat.
And I smell good. I smell like a good goat.
Like a good
Please.
goat.
I promise. I took a shower before stream. I put on my coconut scented deodorant. I smell amazing right now.
In a
Coconut
world where we're all
water.
personas, would there be like specific deodorants for specific species that are actually like specifically designed to like
Oh,
cover
surely.
up farm animal odor?
Because I mean, yeah, some animals smell a lot, or their scents are a
So,
lot stronger than
okay.
others.
Have you
I'm-
ever
I'm a-
smelled what fox enclosures smell like?
Here's the deal.
It's so bad.
Here's the deal with that. So a lot of the scents you get from animals are a result of oils that are produced from their fur. So in terms of deodorant to cover that up, they would have to like cover it all over their body, which doesn't seem practical. So
Maybe
my
it's a type of
assumption would be, in this hypothetical world, there'd be some sort of chemical or like drug solution that they could take to sort of maybe block the oils from being produced.
Like
or
an
something.
antiperspirant.
Yeah, but like something that you take like from your mouth. That would be my guess. I'm not sure deodorant would work for like the farm smell that you get from animals.
Well, I know that I have a special type of shampoo that I use that like helps clear up the oils that my hair.
Yeah.
my hair. So,
Oh.
like, there could be something like that.
Yeah,
would
don't
probably
don't
be
like
too.
ferrets have some like certain.
Yeah, ferrets smell like garbage,
Alright.
dude. If you've ever had a ferret, they're so little cute little precious guys smell like shit. Smell horrible. Oh my god, get away from me, you stink. But no, come here,
All
you're
the
so cute and
ferrets
little.
watching this are just like,
Yeah.
You know,
I've
if
always
you're a
known a ferret's
ferret,
pet.
okay, I'm just gonna say it. If you're a ferret, you're cute, but you smell. All right, let's be honest with each other.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that actually. Sorry to any ferrets in chat.
Sorry, ferrets.
Hey Noel, what would your persona be if you had one?
I saw that
That's a
question
good
earlier.
No,
Very
answer it
interesting
again.
question. At one point, someone drew me as a raccoon, and it was pretty
Oh.
cool.
Do you,
Oh,
do you
I
have a
like
picture of that?
I don't want to.
Chad, also, we need your input here. What would Nils' persona be? What species?
He's a chill guy.
He's just yeah, but what animal's a chill guy? Like capybara, I guess. I don't know.
Jellyfish.
I think you'd be Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. That is it a species?
Yeah, that's my new close persona species, Ariana Grande. If you steal, I copyright strike.
Raccoon, rabbit. Interesting.
Hmm.
Maybe a bear, turtle.
I'm gonna make a closed species called blue dog.
Dude, blue dog
All
is not
blue
a close
dogs
species,
are
man.
now banned.
I am the only one.
Milo,
Yeah.
what's your opinion on the amount or the perceived amount of blue dogs in the fandom? Like how many there are? People say there are a lot of blue dogs. Do you think that's? Oh,
I used to be one.
I used to be a blue dog too.
It's awful, but it's accurate.
You know, I wouldn't know. I don't know if I'd say it's awful. I'd say
Have you ever like if you go to a fur con, just like go to where they take the first group photo and just count. Just count. Blue dog, 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 blue dog. And it's just like it's filled with blue dogs.
There's a lot of blue
But here's
dogs.
the thing, the psychology behind it is actually really cool because blue
yeah.
is a calming color and dogs are a familiar animal. And so basically, you're creating your own comfort animal. It's so I love the psychology behind it.
Whoa! Yeah. Wait, I never thought about that. That's actually, wow. There's a science
you're
behind
creating
the blue dogs.
Exactly.
Wow.
I'm
'Cause I used to be a
everybody's-
blue dog when I first joined. I was a blue dog with pink hair.
Blue
Nice.
dogs are the most accessible first persona you can have.
My fursuit is a blue dog, so
See? I love how my I love how my fursuit popped up in the corner as we're talking about blue dogs.
There's the blue dog.
blue dog spotted.
He just like peeked up. He's like,
You called?
You know, in a way, and this is kind of tangentially related.
Mike.
In a way, I'm everybody's comfort character, really, when you think about it. You know, Banjo, comfort character for everybody, you know.
Actually, banjos are my least favorite instrument.
Okay, well, I guess
What?
literally
You can't
whatever.
say that.
I
You
would
can't
I would rather
basically
listen
just
to
told
10
me to-
hours of the bagpipes than listen to 3 minutes of banjo.
Wait,
Okay.
why don't you like the banjo?
What-
What's so bad about it?
I think we gotta cut it
I-
short here.
It's
I think that's all the
always
time
out
we
of
have.
tune. They are always out of tune.
They're one of my
They're
favorite
out of
instruments.
tune. You tune it, you strum it once, and it's out of tune again.
But
That's
it
the
sounds
charm.
funny. It sounds funny. Yeah, that's the charm in it. It's.
Also, my dad forced me to listen to bluegrass for hours at a time. So that
Okay.
was
Blue.
really
I
weird.
love
Dude,
bluegrass.
don't take out your bluegrass trauma on the banjo, okay? Find alternative methods of dealing with that, because I'm not gonna stand for this.
Milo, who are your favorite bands that you listen to then?
bands.
Bands, musicians.
Okay, John Powell, Hans Zimmer. Let's see. I also listen to a lot of AJR actually, which
Hey, oh my god, you know
I
what's
didn't used to
crazy?
like that style of music. But
Okay,
now I
so
do.
let's talk
I don't
about
know why I
AJR. Let's talk about AJR, Milo. So I've been listening to AJR since I was 14, 15 years old in high school. Now when I look back on a lot of their music, I recognize that lyrically, it's a little corny for me. Their lyrics are very corny, but sonically, their composition and the way they put songs together, especially in the overtures and when they blend a bunch of their music together, I really like that. And I love how energetic and punchy their music is. But I'm just like, literally, like their lyrics will be like, I keep losing my socks. Where the hell did like? It's just, I just can't get over it. I just can't get over it.
It's metaphor.
I get it. It's just not for me. No hate to AJR. I just
Goodbye,
can't get over the
Harvey.
lyrics.
I also listen to Whispers.
What happened to Harvey?
I'm just here.
Oh, that he just turned on his webcam.
He got hungry.
I'm just
Yeah.
listening. AJR's all right.
I have a story about AJR.
Okay.
Oh.
My one of my friends in high school, their crush listened to AJR. I've never listened to AJR, so I can't say anything. but his crush listened to AJR, and then he listened to the entire AJR discography to have something to talk to her about.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That's crazy. That's kind of like furry. That's kind of like furries who aren't furries, but their crush are furries, so they become a furry because their crush is a furry. That happens more often than you think.
Name 5 instances right now.
What
Gun
is
to your
this?
head.
What is this,
I'm
like
gonna
quiz
pull the
game
trigger.
show? Am I gonna
Yeah.
win
Come on,
$1
dude.
million?
Dude, say him. Say him.
And you win a brand new car.
I don't want a car.
Dude, he needs one.
I don't want a car.
No, you need a
I
new
have
one.
3 in my-
Yeah, you know, the other day, somebody hit my car in my college parking lot, and we just both kept going. We just don't care.
That's real. That's the realest interaction you'll ever have. With
You know, we both like stopped for a second, then we just kept going.
Damn.
I mean, I
They'll
drive.
spin off my
I
apple.
drive Fieros. If somebody taps my bumper, it's totaled.
Fiero?
done for.
What's a Fiero?
Yeah, I have 2 Fieros. Oh man,
gonna
look up my Starbucks video.
Oh, you have a red Pontiac?
Yeah,
It's like an old car, huh?
yeah, and it's a mid-engine sports car.
That's awesome. I'm gonna show this to
Wow.
everybody. Hey guys, check this out. You can't really see it. Hold on.
Get a
You
yeah.
get
You gotta,
Oh,
the
that's
video on it,
that's a
too?
concept. That's the 1989 concept. They never
Wow.
made that version.
Yeah, but it
wait,
looks
does that
cool.
car have the little flappy lights?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Those
You
are
know
my
the-
favorite.
If you look
I
up
love
my
the
channel on
flappy
YouTube
lights.
and look up furries go to Starbucks. I have a video where I drive the car in fursuit.
Oh my god. Find that.
Really?
Find that.
Hold on.
Mhm.
I love the flappy lights on cars.
I know, me too.
But you know, POF is crazy on them. I'm not gonna lie. Point of failure.
POF.
Point of
Oh.
failure. They fail over
Oh,
time
yeah.
a lot.
Oh, I've had to
There- and-
replace like 3 headlights. There it is.
Yeah. There's so many things that can go wrong.
There it is.
Hey everybody, today
That's
we're
real
going
shit.
to Starbucks and ordering puff cups.
Smile and wave. Smile and wave.
Is this your friend?
Yes, that's Samson the Yote. He actually, if you've seen my fursuit pants, he actually made those.
Oh. So for all our audio listeners right now, we're watching a LittleAlphaPup video where he's going through a drive-through of Starbucks in a red vintage sports car and getting a pup cup.
What?
The ears sticking out of the T-tops gets me every time.
Is that like legal? Like, is that like not an obstruction of your view?
Yeah, I wonder.
So the state that we filmed this in actually has super ambiguous helmet laws, and technically a fursuit could qualify as a helmet in that state.
Huh.
So you looked into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't want to do anything illegal.
Damn, you got the outside of car camera work.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, some of
you're
my
like
friends
Mr.
were
Beast. You're the
doing it.
Mr. Beast of the furry fandom, really, when you think
Yeah,
about it. You
pretty
have like
much.
a crew. You have the editing. You got the thumbnails.
Now where's the
you,
money?
You got that Mr. Beast
Yeah, that's the
charm.
thing I'm missing.
I don't know if you could have chocolates though. Dogs don't really do chocolate.
I have
Yeah,
some.
he is-
Honestly, I have some really exciting videos in the works. and I
Treatsables.
can't really say too much about some of them, but I'm excited.
Nice.
Okay. Can you one word, one very vague word? What would you give us? Give us something.
Motor fur.
Okay. I'll take it.
Oh.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna,
I like
yeah,
motorcycles.
I'm gonna be playing to my motor fur audience with some of these videos.
Huge.
I'm gonna go paramotoring.
Motifers. Any motifers in chat? I would get excited. I would get very excited. And that is just to be clear, your YouTube channel is LittleAlphaPup, and you have a little musician icon to show that you're a musician.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
pretty cool. It took me like 2 months to get that little icon because I kept emailing them about it, and they're like, "Well, you can't prove that it's you." And I'm like, "Literally, here is my link. Here's like all of my stuff," and they were like, "Nope, it's not you."
Is there like a minimum requirement for it, or?
Yeah.
There's not. That's the thing. Like, if you can prove that it's you, so basically, I had to like the reason I started posting on Twitter in the first place was because they wouldn't authenticate my YouTube account, my musician YouTube account, unless I had a following on Twitter also under the
Oh.
same
God.
at.
Huh.
That is annoying.
it was so like it was such a roundabout way to do it. But now it is authenticated, and I really like it because now I can enable comments on YouTube Music. I wish more platforms had comments enabled for like music streaming platforms. It's really actually kind of nice to be able to like read through and see what people are saying about
Yeah. I
I
think
agree.
Spotify just started doing it with podcasts and stuff now, but not with actual
Yeah,
songs.
not with songs.
Oh, cool.
But I'm guessing they're probably going in the direction of eventually
Well, here's
having
the
it on
deal.
songs.
If I was Spotify, you basically have to establish an entirely new moderation like sector of your company. Is that worth the effort? So I'm
They
wondering
got the
if
money. It's
I'm sure
Spotify.
That's true.
well, I
Yeah,
mean,
well, they're pretty tight with their money.
Yeah, they're not as profitable
everybody
No, yeah, they
who's
do-
been
they
making
do
a song for Spotify knows it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
they
They hate to
I
pay the
make more-
artists.
I make more from 10,000 streams on YouTube than I do for like 80,000
Wow.
on Spotify. It's
Yeah.
really absurd.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Spotify is very very
They also made it so that you have to have like a certain threshold to even get a payout at all. It's like they're really shooting themselves in the foot because like I think it was like 60% of their creators on Spotify have like under I think 1,500 followers. So it's like it's insane that they would put that restriction on there because people need to be paid for their work. You're generating, you know, across those 60%, they're generating hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for Spotify. And then Spotify won't give them, you know, their $10 in royalties. It's so stupid.
Damn.
yeah. But like, who's gonna compete with Spotify really besides Apple Music? I guess YouTube
Music is
kinda.
honestly my favorite.
Can I be honest? I use YouTube Music all the time, and every time I'm like, oh, I use YouTube Music, people are like, ew, you use what?
I
You
know.
use YouTube Music?
Dude, I didn't even really know it was
Ew."
the thing.
But like YouTube Music is cheaper. Like YouTube Music is cheaper than Spotify. I think it's cheaper than Apple Music also. And it comes with ad-free YouTube experience. Hashtag not sponsored. But I really think it's worth it in my opinion. Their
Can I say
algorithm
something?
leaves a little bit to be desired though.
Poor Snow. You want to say something?
You can't scrabble with it.
You can't
On
what?
Last FM. You can't get scrabbles from it.
What is that?
You don't know Last FM?
No.
What
Okay,
is Last
sorry.
FM?
No, no, no.
Keeps track
What
of
is
all
it?
your music listening.
You start hitting yourself in the head. You're like, stupid, stupid,
Yeah,
stupid.
Stupid me. What am I? Of course, no.
Wait, you
Last
can
FM.
scrabble on it? Am I spreading misinformation right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What's Chad saying?
I just
Yeah,
read
first
one
is saying
message.
can.
Chad's like, what is going on?
Yeah. I don't know. My whole family has a like family plan for Apple Music, but I specifically pay for my own Spotify plan because I just hate Apple Music UI. It's
Yeah, Spotify has an incredible algorithm. That's the big thing that it has going for it.
Dude,
I've really struggled to get
Yeah.
much traction on any other platform as far as music goes.
Mm-hmm.
But Spotify's is just like they pair you with music that's similar really well.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Even our podcast does the best on Spotify in terms of how many people are listening to the VODs. It just like
True.
doesn't even compare.
I believe it.
Yeah, because one gripe I do have with Spotify though is their shuffle feature. It's horrible.
Is it bad?
It's
Oh,
real. So my top 5 songs for this past year, it was all Billie Eilish, and I love Billie Eilish. And then number 5 was Espresso. And Espresso isn't even in my liked songs. Like, it just every time I shuffled throughout the whole year, the next song was always Espresso, and it would always just count as a listen. And so just over time, it just kept racking up and racking up and racking up. At the end of the year, just that top 5 somehow. I don't know how it got there. It's a good song. I just don't know how it got there. And now I'm mad because everyone's like, "Oh, what's your top 5?" And I'm like, "Here," and then I'm like, "Yeah." It's always embarrassing.
That's the thing about like that's the thing about content creation in general is like you got to figure out the algorithm, and the problem with Spotify and all these other platforms is there's no way to control the algorithm's view of you, and it's just totally up to chance.
Yeah. Especially with YouTube, one thing that I've been noticing is that whenever I started, when I started my channel and then the BARQcast channel, I would always upload YouTube Shorts, and they would get like around 0 views every time. But whenever it got views, it would just give it to some like random furry hater, and I get like 1 hate comment every video. But then just like one day, the algorithm just like snaps, and it's like,
Yes.
wait, it's like, wait a minute, they're a furry, they should have furries listening to their or watching their stuff,
Exactly.
and then it just starts like flowing in. It starts just like then
That
furries
happened
start
to me
just
too.
yeah. I don't know why it's happened with like both channels I've done, and it's so weird, but it's so funny.
Yeah, I just started like banning every furry hater that came across my channel, and eventually it just started working. So I guess like if you're wanting to make content on YouTube, just keep doing it. Keep
Yeah.
doing it. Volume is the
Keep going.
biggest thing.
Yeah, and keep
Because-
banning
Because
people.
eventually it's gonna figure it out. I have a friend who started a podcast on YouTube, and he was like, "What the heck am I doing? This is not working." And then I like told him, "Dude, just keep at it." And now
Consistency is key.
He's at like 8,000 or 9,000 subscribers
Damn.
in like a few months, and it's like, dude, you just gotta keep going for it. Once the algorithm figures out where you fit, that's when that's what you're working for.
Mhm.
That's going back to the clout thing. Like the people who don't make it a lot of times are the people who are just in it for the clout. If you're not into content creation for the joy of making it and for seeing the joy on people's faces when they see your content, you are not gonna get anywhere, because you're not your clout should be like one of the least driving factors in content creation.
I agree.
Amen.
I completely
I don't
agree.
know if I said that well.
No, that was good.
I say no. I
Yeah.
say this. I always say the same stuff whenever I have conversations about this to people. The one thing I will add is that yes, consistency is extremely important and in many ways key to growing in terms of content creation. But you should also be consistent and also be trying new things and growing and evolving as
Yes.
you're just going along. Because really, when you think about it, consistency is unlocking 2 things for you. It's unlocking an audience in the algorithm, and it's unlocking your own inner potential, because the more you do something, the more you're going to naturally be better at it. The thing is, you can do something over and over again and never really try new things. So it's important to stay in the mindset of just trying new things and being open to experimenting and seeing what works and what doesn't work. It's
Absolutely.
like it's a lot to balance.
Yeah, and you're gonna burn out so fast if you're doing it for clout, because like you're not gonna get clout for probably the first 6 months at the very least.
Yeah.
Most people don't even get it like several years in. The people that do the best on the algorithm are the people who are having fun. If you're
Exactly.
enjoying what you're doing, people enjoy watching it, because people want to see other people having fun. We're empathetic creatures. We are searching for connection, and you're going to connect more with somebody who's having a good time than somebody who's just trying to get something from you.
Yes.
Yep.
Beautifully said.
What do you think about that, Noel?
Audio listeners, he's just clapping right now.
The way
But very
the way
softly.
his paws were just like spamming onto the screen.
Dude, when Banjo
Oh,
claps,
no,
it's scary.
Relax, buddy. They're hands.
Show us your paws. Come on. Wow, look at those beans.
Do you guys like it when people what do you guys think about people who are like cons come up to you and they're like, I'm gonna go wash my paws? People who like call their hands paws. What do we think about that?
I mean, if
Milo's
they're in
like-
fursuit-
Milo's like, I would never do that, guys. No.
Guilty.
yeah, never.
I think it's okay. I think it's super cute when people like, oh, my paws are feeling a little tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Noel, as a not furry, what is your opinion on this?
It doesn't fucking matter. I think it's a little
Play
bit
the chill guy
corny.
music.
Wait, hold on.
It's a little corny, but it's like whatever. Every fandom has that joke, like that one joke that everyone makes and everyone knows. What are you doing? Oh, you're putting me back. Okay.
Yeah, whenever you talk, this just plays.
Actually, it's like my leimotif.
Yeah.
Deal leimotif. Whenever you start talking, it's like.
I'm so glad somebody else knows that word, because I talk to people all the time and they're like, "What's a leitmotif?"
That's one of my
Oh, did I
favorite
say it wrong?
things.
Sorry.
I love talking about leitmotifs. Like, not to go
Let's
on
talk
another
about
rabbit
whatever
trail,
that
but,
is.
Like, so basically, yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, a leitmotif is a recurring musical theme, and it's usually used to signify a character or a relationship or a specific emotion. For instance, in the movie Bolt, is that Pixar or DreamWorks? I don't remember.
Pixar. I love
Bolt
Bolt.
is
Anyway,
DreamWorks.
John
Is it?
Powell. John
Yeah.
Powell is the greatest leitmotif master on our earth. He is so good at what he does. Anyway, rant over. I want to make like an hour-long like masterclass just analyzing the leitmotifs that he uses in Bolt, because they're so well utilized and they're done in such a simple way that it makes sense for anything. Anyway.
I think that music has always fascinated me in the sense that it's able to, through abstract sonic movements, inspire certain emotions, feelings, and thoughts in others. And there's so much that you can unpack from that concept alone that we could probably have like a 6-hour conversation about it. But to keep it brief, I think that leitmotifs establishing a consistent emotion or theme or tone or character or whatever is just an insanely fascinating thing in general to me. I think that's very cool.
I like establishing themes. Establishing themes are. So I actually have a degree in filmmaking and cinematic production. So like, if you can establish something in any way you can, do it. So establish things through your use of color, establish things through the use of lighting, establish things through leitmotifs, establish things through even like subsonic sound waves, which is done a lot in like horror movies and like things like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I make music and I edit, like I make music and then I edit videos to the music, and something I've been exploring a lot lately is like for example, I think it's I was like doing, I like to make a bunch of B-roll and then put that to music, and I like to like find meaning in the B-roll, and I've noticed that I recorded a lot of birds, so I tried to like line up like certain phrases of the music to the birds and just like consistently like associate that throughout the video, and just like stuff like that I find really, really cool, and I want to do more of that stuff, so it's really interesting to hear you talk about that. Yeah, it's so fun. I think that people don't realize like a lot of people kind of just like shrug that stuff off. It's just like, oh, it's just like the English teacher's talking, 16 pages about like a curtain in a scene. But like genuinely, it's such like a fun thing to explore, like creativity wise, and just like there's so many things you can understand about yourself.
Important to literature literacy.
Yeah, I agree.
Me
do
too.
You agree, Harry? Yeah.
Yep.
Harry, what about you, Noel? Do you agree?
I'll be controversial and say, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, hold on.
So every
This
time.
guy, man. This guy.
This fucking guy.
This guy. But yeah, I think that's cool. I love music.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
I don't think Harry and Noel have quite the same feelings. It seems like
I love music. Like I listen to it like almost like 90% of like, my days and my daily schedule. But I've never once thought about like producing music or anything in that field. But I love music so much.
I got instruments in the background, man.
Oh, I didn't even notice those.
Hey, Noel, you wanna do a riff for us?
I know the pentatonic scale, and that's about it. On guitar. Also, it's not plugged in. I've been having like trouble with my cables lately.
You need to know how to play the chill guy theme on one of those guitars.
I could try. Also, for the record, I can't hear whenever you play the.
Yeah,
no.
I can hear it on the.
Are you not watching the stream on Discord?
No, I have everything muted so I don't hear myself twice.
Oh.
So every time you play music, like when you were playing the music, I was like, your music, sorry. I was like, oh, is it not working on the stream? But then I remembered I just have everything muted.
Oh.
So yeah, I can't hear anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then to everyone in chat, yes, please ask questions. I saw a bit ago, Nessa said to Milo that they were wondering what your dream car is.
Oh goodness. It depends on what they're asking. If they're asking like my ultimate dream car, money no object, like just whatever on the face of this earth. Oh man, that's a hard one. I'd probably say like an older Koenigsegg Gira R. But
I
if
don't
you're
know
talking
what
more
that means,
basic,
but
like if I was more like, you know, under like $100,000, I'd
Yeah.
probably say something like a Lotus Evora or a really old Lamborghini. Yeah.
You like vintage.
I do.
What do you think about DeLoreans?
I love DeLoreans. I want one so bad.
I
The
also love
only reason-
DeLoreans.
If I got a DeLorean though, I'd be so irresponsible. You know how often I would try to get a speeding ticket for 88 miles an hour?
Oh my god. You'd be
I
like,
would-
officer, I
would-
was
if
trying to
I
go
got
back
a-
to the future.
If
Don't
I got a
understand.
speeding ticket in a DeLorean, I would frame that thing. I
Yeah,
would,
yeah,
I would
buy a
say,
frame
yeah.
and put it up
Let-
on my wall.
Let me paint a scene for you guys. You're a police officer. It's the middle of the night. It's February. It's cold. It's raining. Roads are a little icy. You see a DeLorean blast past you going 88 miles per hour. You turn your sirens on. You pull them over. You step out of the car. The air is biting you. It's freezing. You approach the car. They roll down their window, and it's just a furry. It's just a fursuit. A blue dog just driving a DeLorean. And he goes, "Sorry, officer."
I'm pretty sure that'd get you arrested.
And then you go, "I thought you didn't need roads." And he just starts barking at you.
pass.
No, what are you
Sorry.
drinking? Wait, no, what are you drinking?
Just some cold brew. Just some cold brew. A little drinky drink.
Every time.
That's
Every
great.
time.
Just a cold brew. Yeah.
That's your
no,
leitmotif,
I love
dude.
that. I
You
love
guys
that.
got any drinkle doodle doos?
Yeah, I'm
A
drinking.
bottle of water.
I'm drinking a nice yerba mate right now.
I'm drinking. I'm on my 8th shot of vodka.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Can we
Oh my
tell the
God.
sipping story?
The what?
The sipping? Nah.
No, dude.
No,
That's
it's too crazy.
no. We don't go there right now.
Yeah, not right now. Maybe next step.
Yeah,
That's what I
that's for the Patreon episode.
Yeah, that's for the Patreon episode. Which, by the way, we have a Patreon.
No, we don't.
Patreon.com/BARQapp, I think.
Wait. Oh, the actual. I thought you were talking about for the.
Yeah.
Barqcast.
Patreon.com/BARQapp. Do you guys have anything you wanna shout out?
I have a Patreon too.
Yeah, go join Milo's
Um,
Patreon as well.
I have some really cool tiers. I have a Discord server, which is like the base tier. And then I just don't have the time or money to hire mods, so it's only joinable through my Patreon, just
Smart.
to keep things sane. And then I have a tier where every month you get stickers. You
You're getting
get
very
stickers
close.
from me.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I have stick drift really bad. You get stickers sent by mail every month, except sometimes I forget, and then I'll mail like 2-month stickers at a time. And then I also have a tier where you get to hear stuff that I'm working on early. I am still working on that because there's a lot going on in my life right now, but I want you guys to be able to hear the stuff that I'm working on, and I'm super excited.
Nice. Yeah.
Go check
Noel,
it out.
Do you have a,
Also,
a
I haven't
Patreon?
told
Oh.
anybody this yet, but I'm gonna start doing streams on my Discord server for people who have that tier,
Oh.
so that they can hear me work on stuff in real time.
Wow, you heard it here first.
Wow.
Mel, do you have anything?
Yeah. But
Can I? I can plug my Twitter. I don't post. I'm a reply guy pretty much. But not even like I don't even reply that much. But I do have some fire retweets. So if you want to follow me, I'm the grassy knoll on Twitter.
Can we go
If
through
you
your
wanna
Twitter? Can we go
If you
through
want to
your
get
Twitter together?
curated funny posts.
that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. I'm Harvey Live. You can go follow me at Twitch. That's what I'm gonna say.
I don't even think I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
go
fine. It's
check
whatever. I'm just Harvey Live on everything. Is that a retweet of yours?
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
No, that's a Photoshop I made.
Should I make iced coffee? Is that
Yeah.
is that the iced coffee you're drinking right now from that tweet?
No.
With
That's
a cold
that's
brew?
like 3 years
For our
old. It's my-
audio viewers, currently on screen is a tweet of Barack Obama saying, "Should I make iced coffee?" It has 879 likes, 38 retweets, and 4 replies. This is from the Grassy Knolls Twitter account. If you're a fan of that, go follow the Grass Seal on Twitter.
And then I replied to that tweet with a picture of iced coffee that I
Hell
made.
yeah.
So you're telling me that Obama gave you that iced coffee? I'm so
Yes.
jealous.
He made it for you?
Yo,
Yes.
that's super cool.
Wow. um, I wanted to start trying to chug through some of the questions we have here in chat.
All
'cause
right,
there's
Harry,
quite a
hit
few.
us with it. Hit us with it. What do we got? What do we got questions wise?
Okay, Nova a bit ago said, "Hi Milo, 3 questions. We'll do the first one. What inspired you to start singing like an angel?"
Aww, a little angel.
It's a long story. Do we want to get into that?
You want to like sum it up,
Oh, yeah.
like the like spark notes of.
You got 2 minutes,
you
buddy. Make the most
singing?
of it.
Time starts
I'm
now.
a TikToker. I don't need 2 minutes. No, I'm kidding. Basically, I've been singing my entire life, and then when I was in musical theater, I had a really bad voice injury, and then after that, I thought I was never gonna get to sing again, and so for like 1.5 to 2 years, I never sang,
Oh.
and then over time, I started working with a vocal coach who works with people who have injured voices. And over time I've built some of my voice back, and so then the furry fandom came along and gave me a platform to actually start singing again, which is so like I'm so
Aw.
grateful. I'm so grateful to the furry fandom for giving me the space to start doing this again, because I love performing. It's like the biggest thing that I love to do.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
You definitely have a good stage presence. I actually have a question. I have a question for you. So I've been singing for like 12 years, and I have done everything like I don't really like watch like everything I do in terms of learning how to sing is just like listening it to myself over and over again, and listening to things just like by my ear, and like I'm very scared of like accidentally damaging my voice. And like, how do you know if you have a damaged voice, or like if you're
Okay.
like but in simple like very briefly, if you had to.
Okay. It's really simple.
Yeah.
If it hurts, you're probably damaging it.
Okay.
But doing things that hurt for a short period of time is not likely to do something like a major voice injury. It's just in prolonged situations. So for instance, when I damaged my voice, I was performing 8 shows a week.
Oh,
I was
wow.
in full-time college. I had a full-time job. I was averaging about 2 hours of sleep a night, and I was chronically underhydrated. So
Wow.
it was a lot of things all together at once.
Okay.
That contributed to it, and then just one day on stage, like it all just came crashing down and my voice cracked and it was done for. So
Wow.
like it's you're gonna be able to feel the effects. I have recordings of the times leading up to that, where you can hear it in my voice that it's really not healthy.
So it'll hurt,
Actually-
basically.
I'm sorry.
It'll hurt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I'm good then.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my Proud of You song, the song Proud of You, is like one of the last songs that I recorded before I hurt my voice.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that?
I want to say that was like, would have been like 2022, I think.
And then when did you start to like recover in terms of your voice?
Over the course of like the rest of 2022 and 2023.
Interesting.
Wow.
When I first started making content, that was when I just got my voice back and I was able to start singing again.
So that must have been a great way to come back to doing music again. Just
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The furry fandom has been super supportive of me with music, and I'm so unbelievably grateful.
Guys,
what we're about.
hearts in chat if you support Milo. Let's get hearts in chat for Milo.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the grass. You know what?
Aww.
I'm trying. Is that close enough to a heart?
Yeah,
That's close.
that's
Here, look, ready?
something.
Boom.
Wait, I don't.
This avatar has really chunky paws, so
It's so
kinda
hard.
hard to.
What do you mean it's so hard? Are you okay,
Uh,
man? You good with shapes?
Can't do it.
Well, look how big these big old bappers are. Like they're the size of my face.
They're pretty big.
Yeah.
All right.
Any more questions?
Yeah, dude, we have a whole lot. I'm pretty far back in chat right
Let's
now.
speed run. Let's speed run. Let's speed run.
All right.
Speed
Next question by Nova. Is Milo gonna release an album anytime soon?
Depends on your definition of soon.
Are you gonna release an album?
I am planning on releasing an album sometime
Next 20
this year.
years.
Okay, in the next 20 years, around there. Is that like a rough estimate?
Okay, I don't know if I should tell you guys yet or not, but I'm just gonna do it because I'm super loose-lipped. That was like the biggest thing that my PR manager got on me on when I was doing theater. Basically, I'm planning on writing an original musical, and applying to perform it at a bunch of furry cons.
Is it?
So
Wait.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
be writing
gosh.
all of the songs from scratch and all of the storyline and everything, and then I'm going to send out a casting call to have people audition for different roles within that musical.
Whoa.
That's
But
awesome.
having musicals at furry conventions, that would be awesome.
I'm so excited.
Wait.
That's next level.
Wow.
That's
yeah.
the next. You're taking us to the next level. No, what do you think about that?
And the thing
That's
is, I'd be able
tough.
to cast multiple people because different fur cons are going to have different people attending. So I would be able to give more than just one person per role an opportunity to perform the role.
Whoa.
Oh, here comes a siren.
They're coming. They heard about your speeding shenanigans and you going underneath
Yeah.
trucks, and they're like,
Yeah, I think you need to start
Okay.
running, man.
"We're not fucking doing this, Milo. We're not doing this."
And let's see. Third
That's
third
exciting.
question. Yeah,
But
no,
that's
that's
big.
actually
That's a big announcement.
that
Yeah,
is
thank you.
yeah. I
It's
don't
gonna
think
take,
it's
it's
ever
gonna
been
take
done.
some time
bro.
to put it together, but I'm really excited about it.
It's a huge project, but it'll be a huge payoff.
It'll
I
be a
mean,
huge hit. It'll be a hit.
Oh, surely. And let's see. Trying to find some. Oh, I guess one question that kind of sounds off what Nova's third question was is who are some of your biggest influences when it comes to musicians?
Hmm,
Do you have any?
That's a good question. I don't really take inspirations from specific musicians. Mostly, I take inspiration from different performances. So people like Ben Platt, Jeremy Jordan, which are all tenors, by the way, which I am no longer a tenor. I'm a baritone. But like I take a lot of inspiration mostly from seeing different performances that people do, and then taking my favorite parts of each of those performances and trying to apply them.
Mm. Okay, interesting. Now, have you seen the play Wicked before?
I haven't seen it all the way through, which is ridiculous because I've listened to the album probably 100 times.
You haven't seen Wicked?
Yeah,
I
Banjo's.
haven't
Yeah,
yet.
No, I'm sorry.
I
I'm
know
out.
the
I'm
entire
outta here.
story.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, yeah, Banjo's a huge Wicked fan. Literally for the past 2 months straight in VCs with him, he's just always singing Wicked songs, and it's nonstop.
Oh, I love the songs. Like I
they're
sing
great.
the songs all the time.
They're great. I actually went to go see the actual Broadway musical like back in 2010 or
Okay.
whenever it was actually out.
I'm gonna make some enemies saying this, but Jessica Vosk is the best Elphaba that has ever been.
Cynthia
I-
Erivo.
Yeah.
Right. Cynthia's right
I-
there. Honey,
Cynthia's
Cynthia's literally right
incredible.
there.
Cynthia is incredible. I will say that. Just Jessica Vosk plays Elphaba like to the most maximum amount that you can. Like she leaves nothing wanting when you watch her performances as Elphaba. It like she is the pinnacle of musical theater.
Cynthia's right there.
Noel, any input?
No, I don't think I've watched a musical or seen one live for that matter.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Is that chill to put the chill music over that? I don't know.
I don't know. He just always does it.
It's just you're just always chill.
Andrew, why are you so close to the camera?
Why? Do you have a problem? I'm pretty. That's why I'm close. I like
Yeah,
to
Banjo's
show
doing
off.
Banjo's doing the sniffing ASMR
Yeah.
Wait, you want to see the real sniff? You want to see the real sniffing ASMR?
Oh no.
No, stop.
While
My
he's
time now.
doing that, I'm gonna find the next question. Let's see. Where? Oh, God. All right. Audio listeners, Banjo's right up to the camera, full 0.5 lens, sniffing.
Hey, do you have
Oh.
games on your phone?
Okay. No, dude.
They call me the big sniffer. Ah!
All right.
Get out of my head.
Um,
Don't go in Banjo's mouth. Worst mistake of my life.
Oh, here we go. Imperial said, "No, talking on the show. Do you see yourself possibly joining the fandom?"
Okay, so
Ooh, that's a
what
good
does
one.
joining the fandom mean? Does it mean becoming
like,
furry, getting a
I'd
furry?
say bare bones. Just make a persona.
I don't know.
Do you feel like you belong here?
No, but I think you guys are very welcoming.
Oh.
I'm trying not to detract from the guest too much. So that's why I'm not talking
No,
as
no,
much
you're,
as I feel like I should. But
you're good.
Um,
The people want to hear from you though.
Yeah, guys, can we get hearts for Noah in chat, please?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's for me. Like I don't have a problem with it.
Mhm.
Like I think it's like I think it's cool, honestly. I'd be down to go to like conventions and stuff because I mean like I said, I just like hanging out with people.
Yeah.
who I think are
Slippery
cool.
slope.
So, as far as making a persona for myself, I don't think so.
Oh.
But I mean, never say never.
Sorry, chat. Yeah. We can only hope.
We're all disappointed.
Yeah.
Aw.
I think everyone hates you now. Actually.
No!
It's okay, guys. I'll just go. I get it. It's fine. I get it.
No. Stay here.
No, okay, it's okay. Okay.
No, stay.
He's gone.
He's gone.
God, I'm kidding.
Why did
mean-
he get a bluer paper background than I do? I don't have a blue enough one now.
We can swap places if you'd like.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I like being in the bottom right corner.
Oh, okay.
It's just
hold
where
on,
you
this
feel
is-
comfortable.
Hold on. I actually have an interesting question
It's a
here.
home.
First time chatter Cryptic Wolf said, ask Milo. He said, ask Milo what his favorite prison escape weapon is.
Knife.
Is that a Roblox game?
Knife.
I think
It's
it's
a VR chat game.
Oh.
I
Basically
thought
the
we
same
were talking about like
thing.
actually escaping prison, like how you like went to it before and you
Oh,
had
no.
a favorite.
I mean, if you're going underneath
we want
hydrogen
to-
trucks and going at a 170, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you've been to prison.
Okay, so if you were to go to prison, what would your escape
I
weapon
have
be?
a clean record.
Okay, but hypothetically, let's say you were caught going super duper fast, was taken to prison, and you got to escape. What weapon are you using to get out?
A bunch of
voice?
spoons.
Bunch of spoons? Start digging out the walls.
Not just any spoons, but the specifically those really like the thick plastic ones that you get from McDonald's when you when you get a McFlurry.
Yeah. Wow. That's actually that's a solid choice. The McFlurry spoons are indestructible. Good answer.
You know,
Okay.
sometimes
Cryptic
I get.
is one of my best friends.
Can we talk about something? And this is not even related to furry stuff. But sometimes
Okay.
you get a McFlurry and they just don't even stir it. I get
Oh,
a
yeah, no.
McFlurry, an Oreo McFlurry, double extra Oreo, please, respectfully, please. I'm so nice to the workers. I treat everyone with dignity and respect. And I get an unmixed McFlurry in return. You know, the Oreo's all on the top. It's just ice cream on the bottom. I'm so sad. It's so sad. Why is my life like this? Why can't it just be mixed? Why can it just be mixed?
Can you mix it
I
yourself?
feel like you have some things to work through there. but-
This seems some trauma right here.
I am actually perfectly mental. No, I'm mentally perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
all right,
mentally
Banjo, you
perfect.
just-
I'm perfectly mental.
you sure
Push
are.
in a box? What the fuck does that mean?
They put mine in a
Uh-huh.
box last time. Oh, the McFlurry. How do you get McFlurry in a box? What the hell?
Speaking of McDonald's items from a box, when I went to Italy, they had tiramisu and they served it in a box, and the box leaked all over the white bed sheets at the hotel.
Oh
And then they
God.
were like, "Why are the bed sheets all like gross?" And I was like, "It was the tiramisu."
This is a McFlurry in a box.
That's
Huh.
that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I went to Italy after Nordic FuzzCon last year. It was really cool. I'm hoping to go back this year.
I went to Italy as well. It's a cool place.
Italy
It's
is
really
the opera capital of the world.
Thanks.
Is
man.
it?
It
Oh.
is.
It is. That's
This
where
guy
all
is
the-
Banjo knows things, I guess.
That's
What's
wild
up?
because I dated an opera star and I did not know that.
Really? You guys know
For
time
some
to
reason,
say.
I thought it.
You know
I thought it was
Andrea
like Andre Bocelli.
Bocelli. Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
That is a man that can sing.
that is very true. He can sing.
It's true. I've heard it. I've heard it with my own ears.
Hold on, I'm trying to
Andrea Bocelli, right?
trying to scroll through more
Yeah,
questions right now.
Anyway,
All the original
Um,
operas were in Latin. That's true. All the original operas were in Latin.
Well, okay. To go back on topic here, to go through my notes. Another topic I wanted to hit was mental health, because Milo, a lot of your content circulates around doing your little hey guys, everything's gonna be okay.
hey there, my friends.
Oh, there it is. There it is. That stuff. What was the what made you decide you wanted to start making content like that?
So I went through a lot of dark times in my life. And one of the things that like I realized was there's not a lot of people out there making encouraging content. A lot of people are just like numbing the pain with like super entertaining high why is my boss calling me?
Oh,
Put 'em on.
A lot of people are making no, please no.
It's Banjo from BARQ. Nice to meet you.
So a lot of people are numbing their pain with like things like the super high energy content like Mr. Beast, and they're not actually addressing the problems, and they're not actually processing things. They're just shoving them down. And the problem is when you shove things down like that, it eventually starts to compress and starts to like the pressure starts building, and eventually it's gonna just explode, and you're gonna have, I mean, a really, really bad day or a really bad week or a really bad month. You might blow up your entire life from just all of this repressed things, all of these repressed things going on. And so I did find when there was a time when I was suicidal, and I was like looking for some sort of hope, and I found this one YouTuber had made a video that said, watch this if you're feeling suicidal, and the entire video was just her reassuring you and telling you that we're gonna get through things together, and it really stuck with me. And so I realized that there wasn't enough people making that sort of content. And so when I got into VR for the first time, and I felt the entire, like the absence of body dysmorphia for the first time, and felt like I actually would be listened to if I had something to say, then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to start making this type of content. And I started making the content, and it just, I don't know. It's so rewarding making this type of content. I've had people come up to me at furry conventions, and just like give me the biggest hug and sobbing through tears.
Oh my
telling me
God.
that I was able to save their life, and it just,
Aw.
there's
That's so
so
sweet.
much, like it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
And I care about people. Like I try not to let like the things that annoy me get the best of me, because I don't know, I know that people I'm having a hard time like summing this up, but basically, when I was younger, my family, we fostered kids, and like kids that were in the foster care system, and like that was a time that really taught me that like just because somebody is problematic, just because they've got tons of behavioral issues, doesn't mean that they're doing it to hurt you specifically. Everybody has some sort of trauma, and the way that they deal with that trauma sometimes is by becoming belligerent and becoming really rough around the edges, because it makes them feel safe. If they come across as unapproachable, or they're not a easy person to get along with, because it makes them feel like nobody's gonna mess with them. And so when I start thinking about things through those lenses, and I start realizing like all of these behavioral issues, they're not stemming from a person who wants to have those behavioral issues. They're not doing it to hurt me specifically. That's when I started being able to truly love people for who they are, and understand that I can have empathy for a person that is really hurting me. And I'm not perfect. I still have times where I'm like, can you just please like stop? But like there's so much going on. People are so interesting. I studied psychology for like a year because I was just so interested in people and understanding them. And so like things of this nature are just so interesting to me. And it means a lot. The more I can understand people, the more I can empathize and sympathize with people. It helps you love people.
I agree. I think that
Wow.
that's an incredibly humble and positive approach to have. I think that in general, and this just goes for everybody, I think that we don't give each other enough grace, and I definitely think we don't give each other enough understanding. I think that a lot of people have these
100%.
knee-jerk reactions to people who make them feel negatively, and I think that when I feel like a lot of people push things away and don't really take the time to understand it. And there's a lot of value in understanding things, even things that you might not necessarily agree with, or things that you don't like, or things that make you feel bad. And that's really just one of the best ways to grow as a person and understand not only them, but yourself as well. I think that's a really positive message.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. First off, guys, can we get some parts in chat from Milo? That was like a super. Oh my gosh, that was.
And I
That
don't want
was-
to act like I don't want to act like I never do those knee-jerk reactions, because
No.
it's I'm not perfect. I wish I was. I'm trying every day to be better, but
Nobody's perfect.
we're all human.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we're humans.
I'm
we make
right here,
mistakes.
so I'm pretty
Okay,
close.
all right,
I'm pretty
Banjo,
close
all
to-
right.
honestly,
All right.
I'm like, if you had to pick one flaw about me, it would be that I'm too perfect. So.
Okay. Thank you, Banjo.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
Yeah, no, like one thing about your content, Milo, like I remember, I think I've been seeing him on my For You page for so long now, and every time I see him, I'm like, oh, I'm in for a good time. I just sit down, listen to your words, fully take them in, and they always make my day better. And I bet they make a lot more people's than you think days better. Even with the people commenting saying thank you, this helped a lot. There are definitely a bunch of people that are still too shy to comment, and people who just want to listen to you, and you don't even know that you're helping so many people, and it's just super awesome that you're such a bright pillar in this community when there's always so much drama happening and stuff like that. You're like a little ray of sunshine.
You're like the
I
Mr.
try to
Rogers
be-
of the furry
I try to be
community.
the change
Oh.
that I want to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not perfect at it, but I definitely try my best.
but you're doing a hell of a good job,
I
and
could
that's all
just-
that matters.
I could just imagine you like having a furry show one day, and it's just like this.
All the audio listeners for watching Mr. Rogers.
Dude, Mr. Rogers is so good for mental health. I love him.
Yeah.
His whole
Wait,
I've had
thing.
that comparison made quite a few
Hit-
times.
Is
His
this
whole
is the
thing is-
MCA?
It's probably fine. His whole thing is, was Mr. Rogers gonna come after us? His whole thing is understanding people and giving each other grace and patience, and I think that is an extremely positive thing for people to do. But it's important to keep in mind, like Milo mentioned, you're not perfect and you're gonna make mistakes, so accept that and embrace it.
Yeah, that's Milo right there.
That's literally Milo. Your vibes, like this has you vibes. This has Milo vibes.
Yeah.
I hope that's a good thing in your eyes.
Thank you. I do think that's a good thing. I'm glad that
Good.
I could give off those vibes.
When you're like in your 60s, this is what it's gonna be like, but with a fursuit head.
I do
Okay.
love seeing people in their 60s in the fandom. It just, I don't know, it brings me a special kind of joy.
Yeah. Wait. There's actually. I'll pull up in a second. There's a tweet going around, and it's like this older person, and they're showing off their fursuit, and they got a ton of traction. I wonder if I could find it. Does anyone know what their name is? They have like a brown dog fursona. Oh.
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, while Banjo's looking for that, Nova said, "Do you think Mila needs to release the studio version of If the World's Been Normal?" What is that?
Yes,
Is
I
that
do.
is that a song you've made?
Yes. That was the song that I performed at Furrovision, which is a Eurovision spoof but for furries. I have the live performance on Spotify and all of those platforms, but I have not gotten into the studio yet to get the studio version out yet. I need to do that. I'm working on a lot of stuff, and my voice has been kind of iffy lately, so I'm trying to like keep it healthy, but I'm definitely planning on doing that soon too. I also have to do the studio version of I'm Not Cute. I haven't even released a version of that song yet.
You're not cute?
Yeah, I
Not
have a song
bad.
called I'm Not Cute.
That's awesome.
It's my first furry centric song.
Oh, I can't find this post.
Pause says, question to all, how can I be more extroverted to meet new furries? I'm quite shy and have some problems with meeting new people. Anyone want to take the lead on that question?
So as somebody who, oh, my microphone just fell. Okay, I'll just hold it. I'll hold it. So
God.
as somebody who used to be really, really shy, honestly, for me, and it's just for me, right? Different strokes for different folks, as they say. But what really helped was exploring myself and developing a greater sense of self. Because once you have that, really, because a lot of the interactions I had when I was really shy, it was just sort of like, I always felt like I didn't really know who I was, so I kind of wanted to just like fit in, and that like puts a lot of pressure on you to act a certain way, and kind of makes it scary to talk to people. But when you know who you are, and when you know what you like, it's easier to just sort of project yourself, if that makes sense. So spend time, just thinking about like what you want to do and what you want to be, and things that you like and things you don't like, and that's not something that's going to happen over time. A lot of times it's not even a super conscious process, but just be aware of that happening, and that's what worked for me, so maybe that can work for you too.
I just want to echo that because that was really good, and it's just be unashamedly yourself, and that takes so much time to like learn how to like do, but just you need to learn to not care what other people think of you. The less you care what other people think of you, the closer friends you're gonna make, because you're gonna weed out the fake friends. You're gonna weed out all the people who don't actually want to, all the people who won't actually vibe with you. And so in that case, you're gonna be a lot better off in general.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking to people, if you're talking to people and it's just like, it just feels like it takes a lot of energy out of you, and it gets to a point where it's just not worth it. Like, talking to people shouldn't be about impressing people or whatever. It's not supposed to be like a game, if that makes sense. It's supposed to just be fun. So if you're not having fun, you gotta figure out what you're doing wrong and try to do it better.
I also have.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
You go.
Okay. This is just general advice, nothing furry specific, but I found that when I am talking to people and I'm wanting them to like me, that's when it starts getting hard. Because like, I feel like some people have this notion that you have to like come off as incredibly normal, or you have to suppress like weird quirks you have about yourself in order to like feel more approachable to people, but people can like pick up on that, and it seems really unnatural. So the best advice is just to let yourself just be yourself when talking to people who you're trying to get closer to, instead of like just putting on PR mode and becoming basically like not even a person when you're talking, just like
Yeah, what
being
I
so
find,
impersonal.
I don't mean to cut you off.
That's fine. I was done.
Okay, what I find with people who struggle with like wanting to impress a certain person or feeling a lot of pressure when they're talking to a certain person, in a lot of cases I find that those people tend to not have the most self-respect or the most amount of self-love to the point where they're elevating the other person above themselves in terms of like what they value. So it really helps to develop a sense of self-value and really loving yourself. It sounds super corny. Here's the thing. A lot of things sound super corny, and a lot of things that sound super corny are super true. Because when you think about it, I think that society and humanity is just sort of people living their lives, learning, the best way to do things, dying, and they just spread that knowledge to the rest of us. But the problem is, we hear a lot of things like oh, just be yourself. We hear that too frequently and too early to the point where it's desensitized, and we kind of just like, oh, that's BS. But it's honestly super true, at least in my experience. But yeah, just loving yourself and not putting other people above yourself, if that makes sense. Obviously, it's difficult to talk about because it's not something that a lot of people can just be like, oh, okay. But just find ways to maybe work towards that would be my advice.
Also, it's important to note that like being an introvert is not necessarily a bad thing. Don't feel
True.
bad for being one. The only time that it's a bad thing is when it becomes detrimental to the things that you want. So if you want to be more extroverted, that's great, but don't feel like you have to be one of these people that's like a social butterfly and bouncing around and being super extroverted. You be you. You don't have to be, the crazy bombastic extrovert. It's okay to be introverted.
Yeah.
Some of my best friends that I've ever had were introverted, very introverted.
I'm super introverted.
Okay. Yeah, at least for me, I'm the type of guy who I very much enjoy having a small, closer knit friend group than having a very wide one. I love having the like few people I know I can go to and talk about whatever, and they'll be there for me. Which I'm not saying like it's bad to be in a huge group. Those are awesome to have your general friend group, but it's always just good to be able to just find your own people. To keep close to your heart. And then also one thing, Banjo, I'm surprised you didn't shout out BARQ while we were talking about this whole thing about making friends.
Yeah, that's right. So unironically, obviously I'm biased, but I have met literally almost maybe 60% of the friends that I know IRL, which are a lot of friends because I'm super popular, by the way. I've met through BARQ one way or another. Like literally BARQ has connected my entire tri-state area. So if you guys are looking for, I know that when you meet furries, when you're a furry and you meet furries, it just feels a lot of people have a much easier time connecting because it's such a like niche thing, and it's just something you can like instantly connect over. So that's why I like going on BARQ and just meeting new people, new furries, new fluffies. Obviously, be safe. A lot of people talk about how BARQ is sort of like not what they're looking for in a lot of ways, and I respect that, and that's completely valid. But I would still try it out and see if it's for you. In a lot of ways, I feel like a lot of the problems that people have with BARQ is just sort of a reflection. So it's like when it comes to BARQ, obviously we can build the house, but we don't really choose who gets to move into it. And a lot of things on BARQ are just sort of a reflection of the fandom. So just try to navigate it with grace and understanding, and really figure out what you're looking for and how you want to find it. But yeah, I like BARQ. I think it's really good for connecting people.
Speaking of that,
not sponsored.
Like, the person my ex that I dated, because he was an opera singer professionally, he was all over the place all the time. He still is. He's all over the place all the time. He uses BARQ like religiously because when he goes to a town, he's way more extroverted than I am. So he would go on BARQ and just like be like, you know what? We're gonna meet these people.
That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah,
So
my ex
great
was the
for-
same way.
it's
I
great
like
for
that.
Meeting It's great for meeting people on the go when you're traveling a lot.
Yeah, dude, I saw a Twitter post. Somebody had posted that they were in some random, like, I don't know where it was. I think it was somewhere in the Middle East, some random country in probably somewhere in the Middle East. And they're like, yeah, I just met up with this furry for coffee at this really nice cafe that I just met on BARQ randomly like an hour ago. We're just having a coffee, and it was like a super like cozy picture. So there's a lot
awesome.
of yeah, I mean, I always like to say there's a lot of things that happen on BARQ, and it's all about just finding out where you fit into it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out BARQ, because this
Not
is
sponsored.
the BARQcast.
Hashtag sponsored.
Is the BARQcast.
This literally is the BARQcast. We have to talk about BARQ at least once.
When is BARQ gonna hire me to make commercials?
Well, so here's the deal with BARQ. We make no money. I don't make money. Nobody in the BARQ team makes money. Nobody on the BARQ team has ever made a dime from BARQ. So if you want to do it for free, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. If that's not the conversation we're having, then maybe we should talk in like 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
The BARQcast is all volunteers. Anybody who didn't know.
That's amazing.
We need to get a Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, so part of my motivation for working on BARQ and doing everything I do in the furry fandom in general is because I was an incredibly lonely kid growing up, and the furry fandom was sort of like a refuge for me, and it really helped me develop and grow. And if I can do something that helps, we have like 223,000 people on BARQ. If I can do something that helps potentially 223,000 people connect and meet each other and grow as people and just like support this community that I care about so much, that I'm so like deeply connected to, that would be fulfilling enough for me to do it for free, and that's what I've done so far. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing this, and I hope that all of you are having fun doing this with me. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your days to be here, to talk, you know, do a little yapping, maybe a little singing, a little chilling, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have fun here, right, Harry?
We have fun here. Yes, so much fun. Love it. Love this place. It's awesome. Trying not being held captive or anything.
Can we get hearts in chat for BARQ?
Yeah,
Hearts in chat
hearts for BARQ. Hearts for BARQ.
BARQ.
What else do we got, Harry?
That's just said. This might have been covered in another podcast, but how did Banjo and Harvest become part of the BARQ team? Well, first off, I'm actually not like part of the BARQ team. I'm just here doing the podcast with them. But Banjo's actually part of the team.
Obviously I'm presented as Banjo, but I'm the communications director for BARQ, and I applied about 2023 was August. So for the past 5 or 6 years, I've been doing a lot of online marketing initiatives with games like Terraria, the 505 games, just a bunch of stuff. So I kind of took that experience, and I took my love for the fandom. I'm like, oh, you know, BARQ has made me so many friends. I'm going to apply for this position. I just saw it open. So I applied, I interviewed, and I got in, and now I'm a dog on the internet in front of a lot of eyeballs. So
Yeah.
that's how I got here.
Yeah, and
Terraria.
Yeah.
Terraria and having paws.
Okay. And that's asking how we actually got here. Funny story. This was a few months ago. For one of my classes, I was taking media writing. And we're doing this one assignment where I had to interview a quote unquote expert in a field. And my options were interview a professor of mine at my college or interview Banjo from BARQ. And I reached out. We did this one interview on my channel a few months ago. Went amazing. And then after that, you're like, you know what? That was actually kind of fun. Maybe we should make a podcast out of it. And then, you know, months later, we're down the line. Here we are. After like literally, we've been working on this nonstop for the past.
Yeah, I sort of
7 months
found,
now.
I like to say I adopted Harry. I just found him one day in the gutters. He was very sad. He was floating down on a little leaf, and I said, oh, you poor thing, come with me.
Okay.
I can give you a better life. But no, Harry was a super talented streamer I found, and he was just starting out, so he was not as big as he is now, and I saw a lot of potential in him, and I wanted to capture that, and I really liked his energy, and I thought that we could have a mutually beneficial relationship. I forgot what I was going to say next, but it was really important. Damn.
It's not. Whatever.
It's not that important. Oh, yeah, no. So the BARQcast, and I'll talk about the BARQcast for a second. The BARQcast really came about because I wanted to sort of, something I want to see more of in the fandom is more. I want to facilitate like longer format discussions with like
Yes,
actual
me
like
too.
critical thinking, because I feel like a lot of the culture of the fandom is sort of Twitterized, and what I mean by that is it's all sort of broken down
Twitterized,
into
oh, yeah.
concise hot takes or the most evocative content, because that's what's prioritized by the algorithm, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to see more space for people to breathe, for people to think, for people to share and express themselves, and to give opinions that don't just come down to what can get the most engagement on Twitter, which isn't necessarily always the best for a positive and healthy community, I find. So I hope that we can accomplish that with the show, and I hope that you guys are having fun watching it, most importantly, because if you're not having fun, then what's the point? That's my motto.
I don't think that's your motto.
That's literally my motto, but okay. Literally,
Nothing.
it's
What's
written.
the motto with you?
What's the motto with you? No, what do you think? No, how did you get here?
So I know this guy named Banjo.
And that's
Yeah.
it. That's literally.
I
That
owed
was
him
my
a
uncle, basically.
I owed him a favor.
Yeah.
What?
Let me see. Actually, I think we may actually be reaching the end here. We're at the.
It's been 3 hours.
No, I think it's only. It's only.
2 hours.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way we're at 3 hours. 2 hours is usually our. Yeah.
And so I face
The final curtain.
curtain.
Take it away,
Yes.
Milo.
Yeah, I'd say, chat, if you guys have any more final questions, drop them quickly, or else we're gonna start wrapping up next. We have the 2 hour mark. That's usually as long as we go for these podcasts.
Wow, 2 hours of fun. 2 hours of fun is crazy.
Absolutely. This has
2
been
hours
great.
of fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
boy.
the thing about these podcasts is there's never enough time to talk about to get in depth enough to the things I want to get to. But I'm glad that we got to talk about a little bit.
Yeah, it's
of
because
interesting stuff.
ADHD.
But you know what?
I'm totally fine coming back. If
Yeah,
you guys
that-
want
that
me
leaves
back at some
room.
point. I
Oh.
would definitely love to go deeper into some of these
Yeah.
topics, 'cause we've
Yeah.
covered a lot.
We
Like
would
a
love to
big
have
range
you
of
as a
topics,
rotating
right?
host.
Oh, we're
Just
just
like-
offering it. Yeah, no, yeah. You
Yeah.
want to be a rotational
Oh, man.
host? Yeah.
Maybe. I'd have to. Yeah, I'd have to.
So
look
it's
into that, but
here's the
yeah.
deal. I'll explain this to everybody. Here's a little behind the scenes. It's super low commitment. What it means is basically you just get a role in the internal Discord server, and then sometimes if we have somebody on, or we're just looking for a host, we'll just ask you like, hey, do you want to be a host? You can say no. That's it. You can literally be a rotational host and never come on the show again if you want to. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the towers, any of our past guests can always make another special appearance in some random episode in the future. So they're never gone completely.
Milo, what final message do you want to say to people with autism spectrum disorder, disabilities, and people with mental health struggles before we wrap it up?
Oh man.
Whoa, big question.
Huh. I would say just don't let what you see as obstacles become your the thing that you focus on. It's okay to acknowledge obstacles, and it's okay to acknowledge hardships, and it's okay to acknowledge things that may make you different. But if you fixate on them, and I'm speaking from experience here, if you fixate on them, it can become one of your biggest vices, and it can be one of your biggest obstacles. Just the fixation of obstacles can become a bigger obstacle than the obstacles themselves. So just remember that you are stronger than you realize, and you can do anything you put your mind to. You just need to be willing to put in the hard work and be willing to do whatever it takes. And yeah, just don't let it get to you. Don't let what people say to get to you. Don't let the hardships get to you. Stay strong and be yourself.
Yeah. I think that there's something to be said about self-fulfilling prophecies, which in essence is you're told you are X your entire life, so then you just become X because that's what you've been told. That's what you become. You get pigeonholed into that. Don't get pigeonholed. Be open with yourself, and everybody has limits, and it's okay to accept that. But it's important to find those limits yourself and not be told what your limits are by somebody else.
Dang, that was really deep.
Yeah. Well,
I mean.
Okay. Hold on. We have like a few more questions I want to try to speedrun here. Dwalk said, will there be a potential panel for the BARQcast? Like a live panel? Or we
Like a con? That would be
yeah,
so
we do.
cool.
Down the line, the goal is to maybe go to a con and do a live panel at one time, but that'll probably be like a year in the future once the BARQcast is more established and well known.
That would be so cool.
But yeah, that's a plan of ours. I'm trying to reach out to meet new hosts. Yes, well, not hosts like me and Banjo will always be here unless
Well, might have
unless
to
one of
make
us
some
dies.
budget cuts.
Banjo's planning on leaving?
Or-
What?
Or
Let's just
some-
say greener pastures await, Banjo.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll always have new guests, rotating hosts, will always come and go. Let's see. This is phenomenal. Thank you, Bambi. Wait. That's all these questions are so
if you
deep.
guys do have anybody who wants to come on the show or come on the BARQcast as a guest, have them email communications@barq.app. That's communications@barq.app. And just, send your pitch over there. No guarantees. Obviously, we can't let everyone on. We got a lot of people in the world. But, if you think that you have something interesting to say. Yeah, I mean, if anybody here, Milo, if you have people who you might want to ask to come on, or what you could do, what I really like doing is I like to get the rotational host to invite somebody on, and then they host that episode. And it's cool because there's a lot of like fun interactions when you already know each other. Like 2 people already know each other and 2 people already know each other. It's just a lot more fun that way, I feel like. Because, I didn't really know the Grassy Knoll or Harby that well. So
What?
Before this episode?
yeah, no, we never even talked before at all. So
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you never interacted ever.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Wait, why is
Yeah.
he being true right now?
Okay.
are we wrapping
well,
it? Are we wrapping up, Harry?
Yeah, there's a lot of
All
questions, but we have reached our time limit. To everybody in chat, please go follow Milo. There's his Twitter right there. I'll spam it a few times for you guys.
It's
you guys.
LittleAlphaPup with
Yeah.
an emphasis on little, I guess. I mean, you can really put it. I mean, putting an
Yeah,
emphasis
there's a
on
whole
alpha.
long story behind that name that we didn't even get to.
Oh.
Next
Is it
episode,
because you're
baby.
little?
I mean, I'm 5'6".
Oh my gosh,
That's okay.
That's
That's
kind of
pretty-
giving. That's giving small dog.
Yeah.
That's like. There's nothing wrong with being a small dog. There's
I
nothing
mean,
wrong.
border collies aren't necessarily big dogs.
Wait, I'm a border collie.
I'm a border collie husky mix.
Okay, well we're not the same, so I don't care anymore.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
I thought I had met one of my people. That's okay.
So Milo, before you go, would you like to have any final words? Shout anything out? Say anything to them?
Taco Bell nacho fries.
Oh, Taco Bell nacho fries. That's a good way to go.
I will say, it's never
yeah.
as bad as you think it is.
That's a good
That's
one.
what's
The,
up.
the Taco Bell nacho fries?
You know what, Harry? Yes, the Taco Bell nacho fries.
Are they good?
They are really good.
They're really
Oh,
good.
okay.
They're
So not as bad
actually
as I thought
okay.
they
Hold
were.
on. Before I'm gonna postpone the wrap up here. Taco
Okay.
Bell nacho fries, literally, unironically, one of the best fast food fries you can get. I don't know what they put in those things. I don't know if it's like drugs. I don't know if it's like addictive, like chemical. I don't know what's in there.
It's this
So eat
little
them at your
thing
own risk.
called seasoning.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I don't know what that is. Okay. If I have salt on my potatoes, it's a little too spicy for me. Okay. If you know what I mean. Everyone knows what I mean when I say that, right? I don't have to say it outright. But I am not a seasoning king. I'm more of a seasoning peasant. I'm like a seasoning jester, right? I'm kind of just like, like
Wow.
maybe a little sprinkle here just for fun, a little silly. Oh, too much paprika. Too much paprika. I'm very sensitive. I have a very sensitive palate. Very sensitive palate. Always have. Always have had a super sensitive palate. But I think we're derailing things a little too much
Yeah.
here with the French fries. But I just want to share my passion about that topic because it's very important to me that
Okay.
you try. If you have the
Thank you, Banjo.
Hold on, give me a second.
Thank you.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
All right.
If you have
All
the
right.
opportunity, try Taco Bell's nacho fries because you won't regret it. And I appreciate you looking at me. It's always good to look at people when you're talking.
We're not
to them.
sponsored,
So
by
I
the way.
appreciate you looking at
This
me.
is
No, but we are sponsored by Yip Yap, which if you make your way to the cards, you'll find a link to Yip Yap's shop. They have.
Ooh, good
So
segue.
I'll talk about Yip Yap for a second.
okay.
So a lot, and there's nothing wrong with what I'm about to say. There's nothing wrong with doing this, but a lot of furries specific clothing companies, what they'll do is they'll do prints on shirts, which is great. I love prints on shirts. You know how many prints on shirts I have? But Yip Yap, they do custom embroideries. They work with, like, they're basically able to do anything. It's not just like prints on shirts. They can like intertwine materials together. They can put Easter eggs in your little hoodie. They do a lot of super creative stuff. And if you see the Seasons collection, Yip Yap's whole thing is, and by the way, I just really like Yip Yap, but we are sponsored by them. I'm supposed to say that.
I mean, yeah.
I only
I will
work with brands that I care about, and I mean, yeah. Okay. Anyways, so they have a new collection coming up that's really different, and Yip Yap's whole thing is that every collection is gonna be different. So the Seasons collection is gonna be very different from the next collection, and there's gonna be something for everybody. So yeah, if you have the opportunity to buy Yip Yap or eat nacho fries from Taco Bell, definitely do both of those things in whatever order. Possibly wear a Yip Yap hoodie and eat nacho fries. That could be a lot of fun. That could be a ton of fun. That could be a bucket of fun. Anyways, I've rambled for far long enough. So the grass.
There's the Yip Yap website if you want to go there.
What are your comments on everything? What's your closer? What's your pitch? What's your final? This is your last opportunity to reach the people. What are you gonna say?
If you like musical theater music, check out my Spotify and my other streaming apps. I definitely would really appreciate your support there. If you like longer form content, I'm starting to break into that space now on YouTube. So definitely, I would love follows over there. I really appreciate all of you tuning in today. I'm so happy. This is super fun.
I'm glad you liked it.
I'm glad you had a good time. I hope that you not only had fun, I thought that it stimulated your mind in a way that is satisfying too.
did.
That was,
It
yeah.
did.
I'm glad to hear that. Noel, what do you have to say? What are your closers? The grassy Noel.
I don't got much to say. I just gotta say, I did not see one person in chat make fun of me for being bald, so I'd like to give a huge shout out to the chat for being mostly awesome today. So,
Well, you guys are so nice, chat. Oh, round of applause for the chat.
for
Yeah.
you guys.
Round of applause.
Oh,
Oh,
my bad.
Oh my word.
yeah.
I saw it coming a mile away. And
That's what I'm saying. There is nothing wrong with being bald.
And with that being said, I'm gonna send out a raid for you guys. We're gonna raid another super wholesome guy in the fandom, Electro Wolf. They're doing a bit of VR chat as they usually do, and they're
I love
super
Electro Wolf.
kind and awesome individual. So please go show them a bunch of love. Go in there, say BARQ raid, say whatever you want. Just show them a bunch of love.
Raid.
Dude,
Show them what we're about here.
No, people are saying bald for the win, dude. I'm telling you.
Dude, that's
Here's the
crazy.
thing, guys. Can we talk about something? I've been trying to tell Noel that like there's a very large market for bald guys in terms of dating girls. Like especially
Right.
okay. Let's be
Alright.
honest.
Dude, we gotta go to the credit soon. We're gonna go to the
Okay.
trade. We gotta.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. We'll pick this up after the stream, but I just want you to know I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
and-
Very
when you're
large
like, trust
Oh my
me,
God,
when
God,
you
I-
hit, hold on,
Dude, we gotta-
when
the
you,
brain's gonna
hold
go, the
on,
brain's
hold
gonna
on,
go.
one last thing, just let me say this, just let me say it, all right? I'm just gonna say it, I'm gonna say it right now. When you hit your 30s, you're gonna have a cornucopia of potential suitors, okay? A cornucopia, dude.
I'm 21, man. That's so
Dude,
far
go to
away.
the credits. Go to the credits. All right,
Okay.
guys, thank you so
Roll
much.
credits,
for coming
roll
to the
credits.
fifth
Thanks,
episode.
everybody, bye!